Latest news break coming in right now. In fact, on this tussle, India Today has learned from sources that Sidhu is expected to get a key post announcement likely to be made in the next 48 hours. Sidhu has agreed to the formula suggested by Priyanka Gandhi. Sources have also told India Today Sidhu may also meet Rahul Gandhi. Now, will this be acceptable to Captain Amarinder Singh? But at least it looks like at this moment, the Congress High Command, the Gandhis, more or less, if sources are to be believed, have been able to convince Navjot Singh Sidhu not to leave the party. Going across to my colleague Anand Patel, who is joining us with more details on this. Anand, just understanding from you, this looks like Navjot Singh Sidhu and the Gandhis have agreed to a formula. Just tell our viewers all the speculation around exit of Navjot Singh Sidhu, whether he and Captain would be able to lead the party in the elections, upcoming elections together. Has the Congress leadership been able to resolve that?
Well, Ankit, leaving Congress party, Sidhu is nowhere in the picture. See, there's a lot of speculation that he might go over to Aam Aadmi Party, but that negotiations ended way back in 2017 itself, when Sidhu tried to negotiate for the CM phase by the Aam Aadmi Party, but that didn't happen. And now there's no going back for the Aam Aadmi Party. Aam Aadmi Party is looking for a sixth phase, but that will not be Navjot Singh Sidhu. That is one. So Sidhu has to be, has to remain in the Congress Party. And the formula which is being worked out, Ankit, is this: that Navjot Singh Sidhu has spoken enough. His rhetorics are now damaging the party's prospects in the upcoming elections. So Sidhu needs to tone down his rhetorics. That is one. Second, all the concerns raised by Navjot Singh Sidhu and also the MLAs and cabinet colleagues in the captain regime, be it the logical conclusion of the SIT in the 2015 Sacrilege case, crackdown on the bus mafia and the mining mafia, that is to be seen as to how Captain implements all those decisions.
Right.
And finally, the most sticking point is Navjot Singh Sidhu has to be accommodated in the government or the state unit. Sidhu wants to be the PCC chief, state unit chief. Captain can accommodate at best him as a deputy chief minister, along with a Dalit leader as well in the cabinet as the deputy chief minister. That remains to be seen as to whether Sidhu will agree to that or not.
Right. Being PCC chief gives you greater autonomy in ticket selection as well, and that is possibly Navjot Singh Sidhu's biggest gamble ahead of the election, hoping to get his people in the electoral fray, and if things go well for the Congress party, possibly then come back after the elections and present himself as the chief ministerial aspirant. Anand, stay on with me. Let me also bring in my colleague Manjeet Sehgal, who is joining us from Chandigarh at this moment. Manjeet, has this news of some sort of a formula which we are breaking right now of Sidhu being accommodated, as Anand is saying, he won't be making anti-captain remarks for some time soon. Has this reached Chandigarh, and what is the reaction of Priyanka Gandhi meeting Navjot Singh Sidhu, where Captain Amarinder Singh was unable to have a meeting with the Gandhis? What has been the reaction so far in the Captain Amarinder Singh camp?
Well, Ankit, as far as the formula to placate Navjot Singh Sidhu is concerned, Congress is zeroing in on to offer him a deputy chief minister's post, which is also acceptable to Punjab Chief Minister Captain Amarinder Singh also. Earlier, CM was opposing his appointment as a deputy chief minister, but Captain Amarinder Singh is still not in favor of giving him a Pradesh Congress Committee PCC chief's post, saying that Navjot Singh Sidhu had joined party way back in 2017 only, and there were many senior Congress leaders who were in the line who were waiting for their turn to be appointed as the Punjab Congress Committee chief. So still, Punjab Chief Minister Captain Amarinder Singh is adamant and not in favor of giving Sidhu a PCC post. And as far as the sources of Chief Minister's office are concerned, that he can meet the party high command this week. It is expected to tell the party high command his point of view.
Okay.
And both the leaders can also
this is an
meet
important
face-to-face.
piece of information that
the-
Manjeet is putting out on the show right now. Captain Amarinder Singh is expected to meet the party high command, that is, of course, is the Gandhis, possibly this week. So it is not the last meeting that we have seen of the Gandhis with, in fact, Navjot Singh Sidhu. That is not something that is going to settle the matter. Captain Amarinder Singh may also get a word in before some sort of a final solution is reached. Anand, Manjeet, thank you for joining us with all those details. Now, let me very quickly,